If you've ever talked to a gynecologist about stress, they will tell you that stress is the #1 leading cause of hormonal imbalance, cancer, and body dysfunction. It is a really serious issue. And do not think just because you're young, your body can take it, and wait until you're sick and your body cannot take it anymore for you to take action. The time to take action is now. Personally, I am not a strong woman, and if you test me with a high stress lifestyle, I will fail. I love me a very soft life. And I know the name soft life has really been misused, but trust me, it is worth the hype. Because why would someone willingly choose a high stress lifestyle over a soft life? It doesn't make sense. And stress literally makes you sick. Why would you choose a high stress life? And it's very simple to have a soft life. All you have to do is pick a high reward struggle, cut off crisis people, work on your spirituality, be feminine, and work on your financial literacy. That's it. It's very simple. If you're someone who is easily stressed, or you are stressed and you really want to live a low stress life and live a soft life, make sure that you watch this video. So today we'll be talking about 5 habits that I swear by for reducing stress. These are habits that I have gone to hell and back just to establish them, implement them, and realize that they work. And for me, I really struggled to come up with these habits because I had a lot of unhealed trauma and I had so many limiting beliefs that kept me in a constant state of stress. I was always stressed. I would wake up each morning and literally choose stress. I was manufacturing stress in my life until it got to a point that I was physically sick. I could not move out of my bed. My head was aching. My body was aching. I was literally sick, and medically, there was nothing wrong with me. I had to take a few steps back and start to work on my traumas and my limiting beliefs just for me to be able to heal my body. I was not choosing this stress willingly. If you're stressed right now, I'm not saying that you're choosing those stress willingly. No, you are choosing them, but you're choosing them subconsciously. You're not choosing them consciously because you have so many limiting beliefs of how life should be. Sometimes you're even having a stress-free life and you're starting to look for stress just because that is what you're familiar with. That is what you know. And I was able to address these stresses and come up with these habits the moment that I became intentional about living a low stress life. I was actively choosing not to stress myself. Onto the habits. The first habit is choosing a high reward struggle. I know, I'm talking about struggle and we are talking about stopping stress. Yes. Let's be realistic for a minute. Whether we like it or not, the bitter truth is you will struggle. Whether you like it or not you, all of us, even me, we will all struggle. Life is a struggle. So you have to pick a struggle. And for me, I categorize struggle into 2 types. The first type is low reward struggle. The second type is high reward struggle. What I mean by low reward struggle is the struggles that you go through, but the reward that you get after, it is not worthy the struggle that you went through. And sometimes this type of struggle, you don't even get any reward. Sometimes you'll go through a lot of struggle and have nothing in return. The second category is high reward struggle. This type of struggle is where you struggle and then you have a higher reward at the end. We have already established either way in life you will struggle. What you have to do is choose a high reward struggle. And I'll give you examples for you to understand these categories better. For example, when you're in a toxic relationship, you have 2 options. The first option is to choose to continue the relationship. The other option is to choose to end the relationship. Staying in that relationship, you will gain nothing from that relationship. You will be emotionally abused. You will be sometimes even physically abused. Your self-esteem will be affected. It will be lowered. It will be on the floor. You will limit your chances of getting a better partner. You will not be happy. But living that toxic relationship is a high reward struggle. Why? Because you will work on your happiness. You'll work on your self-esteem. You'll not be working on your self-esteem and then somebody comes to take you steps behind. Because you'll be single, you'll have the opportunity of creating and forming other relationships. Also, you'll have a chance to work on your self-love. Therefore, leaving that relationship is the high reward struggle, because either way you will struggle. Leaving that relationship, I'm not saying it is easy. Sometimes coaches and therapists make it look like you just leave the relationship. It is not easy. It is a struggle, but it is a struggle that will give you good rewards. But staying in that relationship, it is the easiest struggle. But what rewards will you have? You will not have any rewards. It is a low reward struggle. Pick a high reward struggle. Another example is your diet. Eating healthy and eating unhealthy, both are struggles. Eating healthy food, those salads, limiting your portions, not eating the fries and the KFCs, it's not easy. It is a struggle. But if you choose to eat those foods, then your body later on you'll have health issues. You'll have to deal with the reward of having bad health. But if you choose the struggle of eating healthy food, later on the rewards will be better. You will look younger, you will be physically fit, you will be healthy, you will not be sick all the time. So you have to really pick a struggle. Another example is our jobs. If you choose to stay at that job and you're not doing anything to improve that, you will always be stressed. You will not be enjoying your life. You can pick the struggle of working extra hours after your boring job to work towards establishing a job that you like. Because either way, it is a struggle. If you choose not to put in the work, you will stay in that job, nothing will change. You'll continue hating your boss will continue mistreating you, but that is the struggle that you have chosen, a low reward struggle. But if you choose the other struggle of waking up 2 hours earlier, working after your job 2 hours later to do other things, you'll have given yourself an opportunity of creating other sources of income and eventually leaving that job. When you're picking a struggle, sit down, look at the rewards, look at the pros and cons. Choose the struggle that has high rewards. Never choose a struggle that has low rewards. Even in friendships, if you're in a toxic friendship, you have to choose a struggle. Do you want to remain without friends or remain with toxic friends? You really need to pick a struggle. You can choose to remain with your toxic friend and continue affecting your mental health, or you can choose to just start afresh without any friends and look for new friends, and it will be a struggle. Live this life like you're playing a game. Look at those options. Look which is better for you. Choose yourself. And sometimes you choose these low reward struggles as a way of self-sabotaging. Because we do not believe that we deserve something good. We do not believe that we deserve to live a life without stress. We manufacture stress in our life. We go looking for stress. You really need to know if you have self-sabotaging habits and address them. The next habit is working on your spirituality. If you know me, you know I'm very big on spirituality. I'm very big on my God. I believe in my God. I do not stress about anything. I surrender everything to God. I know saying this sounds easy, but it is not easy. You get to a point that you realize that you cannot be able to do things on your own. You really need to surrender things to God. You really need to let His will be done, because if you do it in your way, you will not be able to do it. And I have never understood why, as human beings, we are so anxious, so stressed about things that are even outside our control. And the Bible clearly says in the book of Philippians 4:6-7, that do not be anxious about anything, but with prayer and thanksgiving, make your requests known to God. It literally says, don't stress, don't be anxious, don't worry. Just surrender everything to God. You will have peace. I'm telling you, you will not be stressed. And even in the book of Psalms 91, it says that 1,000 will die by your side, 10,000 will fall. The plague will attack people, but no harm will come to you. Literally, God promises to protect you. It doesn't matter what goes around you. And if you have watched my video of how I manifested abundance in my life, how God paid my bills for a whole year and I didn't have a job, I'll link it here. You will know that I have learned to surrender to God. I have learned to trust God. I could be somewhere and chaos is surrounding me, but I am so calm. I am so at peace. I have peace that surpasses human understanding. And this is not something that happens just overnight. It's something that you work on daily. And even now, I'm not saying that I do not worry sometimes, but I always like to catch myself when I'm worrying and when I'm starting to be anxious and remind myself, as God has taken you from very far and He's taking you very far. So let His will be done. Surrender it to God. And I surrender it to God. And If you're stressed and you do not know about spirituality, you do not know about God, please just give it a try. Please give it a try. And I'm telling you, you will have peace. I used to wake up at the middle of the night feeling like I have a car packed in my heart. I was not breathing, like I was out of breath because of how stressed I was. I was literally sick. But spirituality has really helped me. Fasting and just slowing down and having a relationship with God. It is very important, guys. Just start working on that. The third habit is do less, be more. I know, like, sometimes people need us and we feel like we want to give people more of ourselves, but that will stress you. It will stress you to the core. You don't have to always be the one hosting your friends. You're a group of 4 friends, and each time you guys are hosting, you're always the one hosting. Why are you always the one hosting? And I stand by these words: do less, be more. Like, if you're a group of 4, that means if you meet monthly, that means that in 4 months you'll only have to host once. You'll have more resources, you'll have more energy, you'll even enjoy the process of hosting. But you're telling me each month you're the one always hosting these friends. You're always the admin of all WhatsApp groups for funerals, weddings, and everything. You're always the one following up people. Oh, have you contributed? Oh, have you done this? You're always the one in charge organizing events. You're always the one. You don't have to be the one always who has a busy schedule. You're going to your 9 to 5. After 5, you're going to church fellowship 5 to 7. After 7, you're going to cook for a church member. I don't know what happened to her. After 9, you're going to a WhatsApp group to call everyone to remind them they have not done contributions, and then you're sleeping at 12 a.m. You haven't done anything for yourself. You don't even have the energy to do your skincare. Be selfish. The fourth habit is cutting off crisis people. And I saw this name, crisis people, on the internet, on TikTok, and I didn't know such a name existed. And I really felt excited when I saw it, because I've always wondered how you would call this type of people. And by crisis people, I mean the people who are always having problems. Friends that each time that you meet, you discuss nothing apart from problems. You don't even have time for you to even express. Maybe if you have a problem, you don't have time to tell them, because they have a lot of problems and they come to dump on you. They dump on you and they keep dumping on you. I know we want to be graceful and to be understanding to our family and friends, but you also have to be understanding and graceful to yourself. You cannot have a friendship that you guys only bond on you addressing and giving them advice on their problems. Like, there's nothing else you talk about in that friendship. Like, you're their therapist. But this is a friendship. I should not be coming to meet you at my leisure time when I'm not working, when I should be relaxing, for us to discuss your problems. And the worst part about these crisis people, when you give them advice, they do not take it, especially about relationships. They will even go to their boyfriends and husbands to tell them what you are telling them, how you are advising them. And then the next meeting, they will have manufactured a new problem. They will keep stressing you. Anything that stresses you, please cut it off. The fourth habit is financial literacy. Be smart about your money. I know we live in a consumerism era where people are always influencing us to buy this, to buy that, and this is good, this is good. And the more you stay online, you spend a lot of money on things that you do not even need just because you are influenced. Be very specific about your algorithm on your social media platforms. Those people who are influencing you to buy things that when they come to your house, they become redundant, or you had no plan of buying that thing, and you find yourself having the pressure, the social media pressure to buy it. Please click not interested and follow them. Block them if you have to, but safeguard your peace. You really need to be smart about your money. You cannot be living above your means. Always live below your means. And I'm not saying you being cheap. No, I do not advocate for being cheap. I advocate for buying things of value, things that you need. And this is something that I'm also currently working on. And read about it. You can only be financially literate after consuming knowledge on financial literacy. And these are some of the books that I have read and reread. from 2022, and I'm still rereading. And one of them is this book, The Psychology of Money. The other one is this one, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I also have another one, You Are a Badass at Making Money by Jensen Shiro. I have the hard copy, but I have lended it to a friend who is reading it. Please be serious about your financial literacy. Start reading. Even if you don't have money to get a hard copy, there are so many audiobooks here on YouTube. Download one. You only need bundles. Download one. Listen to it. And in this era of social media, one thing that gives us a lot of pressure is comparing yourself with other people and wanting to appear rich. You're taking a loan to go buy a liability, and then this loan is literally stressing you. You cannot be able to sleep at night. You have no money to pay your rent. You see this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad? It really explains very well about liabilities and assets. And I know we already studied that in our business classes in school, but it's not the same thing. I know that at this point, if you have already cleared your school, you know that some of the things that we learn in school, they're not applicable in real life. Make sure that you get this book and really understand and what an asset is and what a liability is, so that you can be able to invest your money well and get there and save your money. And I'm not saying you save your money and become cheap, and no, you cannot save your way to wealth. No, you can only invest your way to wealth, and you'll get there if you were meant to get there. And you don't have to be extremely rich for you to be happy. No, you just have to be content and comfortable with the level that you are at. Just be content. Be grateful for that level. Know that there are people behind you who are hoping to be where you are, and they will be content, and that will be it for them. So be grateful. Do not always keep chasing life, and once you get this, what is the next thing that I should get? You get a car, and then even before a year ends, you're starting to think about upgrading to the next. You stress yourself to the grave. Slow down, be feminine. I really hope that this comes out clearly. I'm not advocating for you to be a chippy. I am big on living a soft life and having the finer things in this life. But you have to get them in the right way. You do not have to stress yourself to the finer things in life. Step by step, and do not compare yourself with other people. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope that these habits will help you into making you live a low stress life. Make sure that you subscribe, comment, and share. Bye.